Hi class. Before we start, please make sure you have read the question first. If not, please pause the video and read it now. Now please add an extra information next to the diagram, which is not to scale. The diagram is not to scale. That is very important. It means the lengths in the diagram are not proportional to the measurements in reality. Okay, we're going to design a swimming pool in the backyard with all the necessary marks to represent its geometrical properties. So let's start with some basic 2D shapes, okay? The very basic 2D shape that I can think of. Of course, triangle is very basic one, but usually a swimming pool, at least there are 4 sides. At least usually it's a quadrilateral. So I'm going to start with this shape. What is this? To me, it looks like rectangle. But what are the fundamental geometrical properties of a rectangle? Let's review our class notes. You can find it from your OneNote. Hopefully you can find it from your theory book. So for a rectangle, these are all the geometrical properties. But if you want to define a quadrilateral is a rectangle, basically all you need to show are this property, which is all angles are right angles. All angles are equal. That is the definition of a rectangle. So how can we show all angles are right angles? We can show by this. Okay, think about the very last one. Do we need the last one, or we just need to show 3 right angles? I think 3 right angles are sufficient. Think about why again. Okay, let's move on. What about this shape? What is this? To me, again, it looks like a parallelogram. But there are a lot of geometrical properties of a parallelogram. Let's have a look. So all these are the properties of parallelogram. Which one is the definition of a parallelogram? Parallelogram. Yes, opposite sides are parallel. That is a definition. And I am going to show that 2 pairs of opposite sides are parallel in my diagram. How can we do that? I think you know we need to show 2 pairs of arrows. Okay, done. So this one is a parallelogram. Do you know how to spell parallelogram? It is very important again to use the correct mathematical terms when you communicate your ideas. So make sure you know how to spell it correctly. Now, next one, this shape. What is this? It is a rhombus. Yes. What is the property? What are the properties of a rhombus? Let's have a look. All of these are the properties of rhombus. What is the definition of a rhombus? The definition of the rhombus is all sides are equal. For a quadrilateral, all sides are equal, then it is a rhombus. How can we show all sides are equal? I think, again, you know how to do that. We use 4 short dashes on each side to identify that they are equal sides. Okay, the last one, trapezium, right? How can we make sure this is trapezium? What is the definition of a trapezium? Let's have a look. So, definition or the property of a trapezium is only 1 pair of opposite sides are parallel. And you can see this pair of sides, we can identify them with a pair of arrows to show they're parallel to each other, and it's done. Okay, here's a question I want you to think about. What if you want to have an isosceles trapezium? How can you plot this diagram? And we're going to continue our discussion in class. And a further discussion question is, how can you show the lengths? How can you show the measurements of the pool that you have designed? Although the question told you that it is not necessary. Okay,